Hi, my name is John Finnegan. I'm a rising sophomore in Quincy House, and I'm working at the Department of Education in the Office of the Secretary with the Scheduling and Advanced team this summer. Education, looked right for me, I guess. My dad's a professor. My mom was a teacher. So it's always been something that kind of appeals to me, and then I wanted to learn about our government, so I applied for it. It was a pretty weird experience for me because I had already gotten rejected from 2 other directors' internships. So I thought basically that it was totally ruled out. I was getting prepared to go to a different internship with like some prosecutor's office back home. So I thought like my summer plans were pretty much officially set, and then I get a call from Frankie and Hillary, who are 2 of my bosses, and they were like, "We want you to come work for us." So I was like, "Are you sure you have the right person? Because I'm pretty sure that I'm not eligible for this position." And they were like, "Yeah, we want you on our team." So I was like, "All right, then I'll be coming down to Washington." So I definitely say that I was very excited about it. It kind of came out of the blue, hit me on the head or whatever, and there was no way that I was saying no to it. What they're planning on having me working with is organizing this bus tour that the Secretary does every year. Basically, it's a tour that the Secretary takes that's focused on one particular theme in education, and he goes across a certain region of America. In this case, it's the Southwest, visiting different high schools, or just different schools in general, I think, and making a couple stops here and there. So he's going from Santa Fe to San Diego this year. It's a 5-day trip, so what I'm going to be in charge of, I think, is like selecting the sites, vetting those, and then kind of putting the whole thing together. I went to an advance with Frankie, my boss, ahead of time, and then just as the Secretary was coming in, I was like standing in front of a security guard. I was like waiting for Arnie to walk up. I was going to shake his hand, and the security guard was like, "Don't stand in front of me." And I was like, "Okay." So I moved to his side, and then he was like, "Don't stand there either. I have a gun." And I was like, "Okay, I'll move out of your way." So I moved to the side of the door, and then Arnie came up to me, and I was like, my boss introduced me. He was like, "Here's John, I'm your intern." And I was like, "Oh, hi, Mr. Secretary." I shook his hand, and then for like a couple seconds, we like awkwardly waited there, and then I realized that he was waiting for me to move out of the way of the door because I was blocking it with my body. So I was like, "All right, well, get out of your way." It's been a pretty good internship so far, hoping that it continues. And I think it's a great experience. I'm glad that Harvard made this possible for me.